Welcome, chat. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a minute. How is everybody? Today, we have something very special. One of the first big things to impact kendama in a long while. We may not know it now, but what Daniel Robinson, Austin Donovan, and I'm sure many others have cooked up for us is something very, very special for kendama and will help push the game forward in more ways than we know for now. And that special thing is Kendox. Kendox is as you will see, it'll be a gathering source for everything kendama. I know that Dan has been working on this for over a year. And as you may or may not have heard me rant about on stream before, kendama needs some legitimization. We need to have a collection of history, which kendama needs if we will ever want to do things like properly rank players. We need some sort of documentation to show this player placed here at this event that had this many attendance and this many pros, etc, etc, etc. So if we want to properly rank players, if we want to properly seed brackets based on rankings, if we want to legitimize, like here is the rule set of an open division format. For your competition to be eligible to be factored into official rankings, it needs to follow this rule set. Now this is a place for that. Not yet, of course, is the initial launch, and they're consistently working on it. You can see here in the update log, this is version 1.0. Version 1.1 is already scheduled for the 29th, near the end of this month. So let's hop in. But before we get into that, I want to take a quick second to shout out my sponsor, Deal With It. Deal With It just put up a brand new DOM on the site, a beautiful bamboo mod celebrating Kozo and her brand new baby she just had. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Isn't it beautiful? If you haven't had a chance to get your hands on a V4 yet, you are missing out. It is one of the best shapes on the market right now, and I mean that sincerely. I'm not just saying that. Deal With It also has tons of other stuff up on their site right now, a bunch of stuff on sale. We got beanies, we got apparel, we got corduroy hats, we got the sickest green crew neck. So yeah, take a peek at Deal With It. The link is in the description, and I hope you enjoy the video. Featured event, of course, Nako. I'm going. Are you going? Will I see you there? This year, they're going to make Nako more like a kendama convention. There's going to be a bunch of shit to do. There's going to be so much space for kendama players to do workshops. I know June and I are going to do something. No spoilers, but we're going to do something there. A little side event. So yeah, it'll be a convention. Damacon. And chat, this is the most important part, okay? Dan put in hundreds of hours of work into this project, all for free, all while having a full-time job and a family. This is very much a labor of love and deserves support. Even if it's just $1, like, this is so big for kendama, and it deserves to be supported. So things like this that are huge for kendama is worth it for people to do. There's a lot of work that needs to be done to improve the scene, and there's a lot of time, and it should be supported. It's simple as that. This is the part that I'm most excited for. As somebody who wants to make a bunch of projects based on rankings, history, this page is what I'm most excited for. Look at all these events. These are all the competitions that are cataloged, that there's information on from 2010 to present. Is Kendama Rama in here? That was a small one. Oh my god, it is. Let's go! Oh look, that's my name! Let's go! Yeah, Sam won. This is technically the first competition that Sam Cannon won. It was just a speed ladder. Speed ladder is kind of an old, Actually, they still run it sometimes. They still run it like beginner speed ladders. They still do that events, but it was much more popular in ye olden days. For example, the first Battle in Seattle, which was kind of the West Coast, Northwest premier kendama event. This was the first one. The very first one, the 2012 one, was a... Oh! They used my video? That's so sweet. It's actually really cringe. Actually, we're not watching that. You can watch it on your own time. But yeah. It was 2012. Yeah, see, the format was speed ladder. Keith Matsumura won. Alex, I don't remember his last name either, got second. It was epic. And then, yeah, next year it changed a lot. Next year was open. Then Bonds won. This is the first comp that Bonds entered and first one that he won. This was a huge moment in Dama. And then the last year, my boy Cannon. This was the first big one that Sam won. Like I said, he won Kendama, but that one was pretty small. Not a ton of people there, but still very cool. This is really dope to look through. There are some events I didn't even know happened. Oh, Josh Kim won this, or got third in 2017. What year was Josh Kim sponsored? Well, let's check the player collective. Josh Kim. He got sponsored in 2019. Yeah, this was pre-Josh Kim sponsorship, which he won. See? Isn't this dope? See how easy that was? He only started playing in 2016, and he won Pro Speed Ladder in 2017 at this event. What a goat. He's from New Jersey? Oh, God, that sucks. I didn't know that, Josh. No wonder you're good, Dama. I feel you. Town not shit to do. Player collective pages have some info, hometown, date of birth, when they started playing, teams, like official teams, favorite tricks, Instagram links, YouTube channel links, and then, yeah, has notable edits of theirs and their entire competitive career. Which event had a bunch of years? Battle at the Border is an old one. Yeah, 2012 to present. 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 was online. And 22. Sheesh. They did a freestyle battle? Oh, God. In hindsight, that's such a bad way to do a competition. This was in the good old days where anything flew, but to do a speed ladder, it was cool that they're mixing it up. But, like, I would be so annoyed with this format today. Yeah, we're going to do a freestyle or a speed ladder, and then the final two are going to freestyle. We're going to completely change the format to see who wins. Oh, how far we've gone. Oh, I didn't know. Kevin won one. That's hype. Ooh, Kevin double podiumed. How often does that happen? That'd be an interesting stat. How many people have double podiumed, and how often does it happen? I feel like it's more common than you would think. Like, I feel like it happens all the time. I know Kevin's done it multiple times. I wonder if it's a more of a sign of just certain players being so far ahead of others, or more of a sign of just certain players being so on that day. Because commonly, freestyle and open are held the same day. And Kendama is kind of that thing. Anybody who's been to World Cup will tell you, every World Cup is just kind of comes down to who's got it that day, who's honed. Every event is like that, but World Cup in particular, especially. But yeah, this is a cool place to find those stats out. Oh, I wonder if... I was just about to say, I wonder if COTK battle is in here. 1 year is kind of stacked. One year we had, of course, CUTK. They all, they all competed. And then Luke Ford, Haley Bischoff, Tomotsu, D Westy, and Kevin DeSoto were all at one. So it was a pretty stacked Halloween battle, honestly. I think Eli Corey won that one. Eli Corey. Oh yeah. I forgot he popped off. I remember this one. I lost to him at this freestyle battle. This one was awkward. They fucked up the bracket. This one was so dumb. Ernie, if you ever see this, you know I love you, but you remember fucking up this bracket. Hashtag I was there. Me and Eli were like a little extra round in the bracket. Like basically everybody else had a bye but us. We were like round 1 and everybody else was round 2. And then they forgot to put Eli in after he beat me until like top 3 or top 4. And we were like, dude, why isn't Eli played? And they're like, I guess you could just play this guy. Oh god. This is why we need something like this. It's a first step in legitimizing and standardizing brackets. I don't want to get so standardized that we're like JKA all over again. But every legitimate sport has a uniform defined rule set. Why shouldn't kendama? It'll make it way easier to run events because everybody's on the same page. As players, as spectators, everybody should just be able to show up to either of those events and not have to ask what the rules are. Is it double elimination? When are we going to switch to first to 5? Yada, yada, yada. It should just be the same for both. If it's open division, it should be the same. Open division has their rule list. Freestyle has their rule list. But the other thing that I do see sometimes is they will allow judges to do a draw for another round, or they won't. And that will change from event to event. I think you should allow a tie. I think you should allow a tiebreaker round. Just because it's hype. And as somebody who's judged, it really sucks on a super fucking close round that's like so close you can't decide. You make... Hold on. I don't think I've ever done this. But I can see it in the audience. I'll be like in the audience and be like, if I was judging, this would be a coin flip. And I don't think any round, any competition should be decided by a coin flip. Like eventually, maybe, hopefully, kendama has real money. And first place is 5K. Somebody winning 5K should not be decided by a mental coin flip of a judge. Because their rounds are so close. There should be tiebreaker rounds. But yeah, back to my point. Just pick one. Should be standard rule set. And this, if you're ever wondering, who is the most winningest kendama player? Well, now you have a source. Go to Player Collective. Oh yeah, let's use the most winningest. Okay. Now let's just start counting. Kevin to 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 Soto. Sheesh, family. I knew you had some dubs under your belt. Yeah, this is 32, and then I'm pretty sure Bond's at 29 if you exclude his seeding and his non-top 3 victories. Who's the most podium winningest kendama player of all time? The answer might surprise you. Nick G. Oh, okay, what do we got here? Okay, the answer won't surprise you. It's Nick Gallagher. 36 if I take out that. And it's still 34 if I take out the doubles ladder. Which is still eking out young Kev at 32 or 33. Well, that was a long-winded example of how useful this website can be for looking up information. I just thought of it on the fly as I was scrolling it. I wonder who's podiumed the most times. Well, I went to the player collective, found players that I know have won a lot, and found out, to little surprise, that Nick Gallagher has podiumed the most times of any professional kendama player ever. And to mild surprise, Kevin DeSoto is second. I don't mean to say that Kevin DeSoto is not an amazing player, because he is. It's just like not who you would think of when you think about players who have podiumed the most times ever. Kevin's always up there. And then Bonds behind K-Dog. If you count majors, we'd have to recount it. Questions like that, categorizing events, what we consider majors, how we would rank a player's performance versus another's based on their placing at one event versus another event, is why we need all this information. It's getting second at Dom in the D4 Open Division worth more or less than getting first at 2019's Orange Juice Open. That's why we need this data. I want to know, who did Bonds have to beat to get second? Who did he lose to? Who did Kevin have to beat to get first at OJO? Was OJO double elimination? I know Dom in the D was. Things like that. This is why we need data to properly rank players. Say I give Orange Juice Open an event weighing of arbitrarily 4 points. And then Dom in the D arbitrarily 6 points. Then you have to like do the math, do the calculations, use an equation to assign players points based on their placings at the event that is worth more or less. And that's how you find a ranked player. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. This is a lot of info. Chat, I want you, if you can, if you have the funds, donate to KenDocs. They deserve it. They're going to do a lot. They already have an update planned to update some information. It's going to be huge. It means a lot for the scene. More than we know now, and more than we'll probably know for months. But it deserves to be supported. So if you can, please donate to KenDocs. And if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like and subscribe. I will be doing more video content about kendama, video essays, all sorts of things coming out. So stick around. Hope you enjoy what's coming.